A top international story coming in from the war zone in the Middle East. The IDF has announced that Ibrahim Mohammed Kabisi, the commander of Hezbollah's missiles and rocket force, has now been eliminated in an airstrike in Beirut. The IDF says Kabisi was eliminated alongside additional Hezbollah central commanders. That is the big development coming in from Lebanon, as Israel has now turned its attention towards dismantling Hezbollah's entire infrastructure. I'm joined by my colleague Siddhant on the broadcast, who's been tracking all the developments coming in from the Middle East. Siddhant, a huge blow to the entire Hezbollah leadership. The head of the rockets division now being eliminated after those airstrikes in Beirut. Is the claim coming in from the IDF?
Well, absolutely. In fact, Ibrahim Mohammed Kabisi, the commander of Hezbollah's missiles and rocket force, has been eliminated by IAF in the airstrike. Kabisi commanded several missile units within the Hezbollah terrorist organization, including the precision guided missile unit. Over the years and during the war, he was responsible for launching missiles towards Israeli civilians. He also served as a significant source of knowledge in the field of missiles. Kabisi was eliminated alongside additional central commanders in Hezbollah's missiles and rocket force. As we know, there have been series of airstrikes, targeted airstrikes by Israeli Air Force in southern Lebanon. And Israeli side has to say that only Hezbollah hideout, safe house, and weapon depots have been targeted. And in this targeted attacks by the Air Force of Israel, in one of these attacks, Ibrahim Mohammed Kabisi has been killed, and perhaps he was Israel's most wanted. He was the commander of Hezbollah's missiles and rocket forces. Now, Ayushman, Israel is moving one step forward. First, they got perhaps injured the Hezbollah commander with the pager blast. Then now they have done these targeted strikes on Hezbollah safe house and hideout. In a way, perhaps finishing Hezbollah completely, breaking down the backbone so that they cannot regroup again. In fact, today, when Zaka spoke to Israeli envoy, who is posted in New Delhi, so he also said that the target is to break down Hezbollah and Hamas to such a level that they don't regroup again against Israel.
Right. Thank you, Siddhant, for getting us that big piece of breaking news. To decode the entire situation, joining us on the broadcast is also Major General A.K. Sehbaz, defense expert. Thank you, sir, for joining us on CNN News 18. Your first reaction to these developments coming in from the Middle East. First, it was dismantling Hamas, now Hezbollah.
Yeah, Anshuman, see, the fact is the first focus was on Hamas. Now the focus has shifted from Hamas to Hezbollah because Israel now realized it. As far as Hamas is concerned, its 60 to 70% military capability has been blunted. Now Hezbollah is almost 3 to 4 more stronger than Hamas. It is a Shia militant group. Iran had trained them very well. They have about 1.5 lakh rockets. They have also got armored brigade, and they have almost about the strength of about 2 lakhs. So therefore, Hezbollah is not a cakewalk, and therefore Israel has made a plan to ensure that Hezbollah is neutralized to an extent that it does not become a problem for them for time to come. Now, 3 things which Israel is doing. One is that in the southern portion of Lebanon, where the Hezbollah has a strong hold, they want to eliminate that area because the another portion of Israel, 50 to 60,000 Israelis have already been evacuated. They want a buffer zone to be there so that they can come back. And that is why there is a strike now, the largest strike after 2006 of missile, rockets and drones. And you find that the number of casualties which has taken place in Lebanon and Hezbollah is extremely high. Though there is a collateral damage which has been done, also civilian casualty, but that is due to the human shield which been tried to be done by the Hezbollah. Now the point which is coming is, what is the next move as far as Israel is concerned? Israel is completely focusing on Hezbollah to an extent that its military capability blunted. It has already eliminated its top commander except Hassan Nasrallah, which they are trying to target. Otherwise, Fawaz Shakur has begun. Ibrahim Keeli is been eliminated. Now the missile and force commander Kabisi has been also eliminated. their aim is now to have a ground invasion. Possibly they are now preparing for that. There are preparatory bombardment which has been done. You cannot rule out a ground invasion because they want almost 60 to 70 kilometer of the southern Lebanon to be completely eliminated as far as the Hezbollah are concerned. I think that is going to be the next move, and that is what Israel is preparing. But Israel knows one thing very clearly, that they want the Hezbollah military capability. It should be reduced to not more than 20 to 30% left. Now, what is this war going to enlarge itself? Possibility of this war now becoming a regional war are very high. But Iran is not interested in coming into the war, because Iran knows it. If it comes in a war, it will have an economic problem, because already, as far as Iran is concerned, economy not doing well. America will directly come with the help to help Israel, and it has already got 3 aircraft carrier in the Red Sea, USS Roosevelt, USS Eisenhower. So point is, as on today, Iran want to make use of its proxy, whether it is Hezbollah, Hamas, and Houthi rebel, and also its militia in Iraq and Syria. But
Right.
Israel is interested that Iran must come, because Iran once is sucked in a war, then America has to also come. Therefore, as far as Israel is concerned, it is very keen that Iran must come, because it suits Netanyahu domestic politics also. But Iran is not that much interested. But certainly the war is going to enlarge now. You find intensity of this war will increase day by day, and you will find it both sides will be exchanging number of missiles and rockets. There will be more damage on Hezbollah, because as on today, Israel is striking with a lot of artificial intelligence and a pinpointed target killing,
Right.
and it is going after the leaders of Hezbollah.
Right,
Anshuman.
right. General Sivacha, before I let you go, now you've seen the tech strikes which took place inside Lebanon, where walkie-talkies exploding, solar power systems exploding, pagers exploding. We were talking about the use of human shields by Hamas as well as Hezbollah. Now, when it comes to dealing with these terror elements, both in Gaza as well as Lebanon, in your opinion, has Israel sent out a message as well as a template to other world powers on how to deal with terror elements in their neighborhoods?
Absolutely, Kai. See, it has opened a new front of warfare. And point is that it has got a positive and negative connotation. Because once you find that pager has been strike as well as walkie-talkie, now there is a threat which is looming very large world over. Because in case a pager, though it is an obsolete, pager as well as walkie-talkie obsolete, but still they could be targeted. One thing is very clear, Israel has sent a message to the world that in case there are terrorists, we will try to strike them wherever they are. They given this in Munich Olympic after 72. They have strike each and every terrorist which was involved in a massacre of Munich Olympic. Same way now they have done it by the pagers as well as walkie-talkie. Why the Lebanon was, Hezbollah was using pager? Because they knew it, that pager do not follow the internet. It works on a local communication. It does not have a GPS, so it is very difficult to detect pager. But Israel is Israel. Mossad has gone 2 steps ahead. They have put explosive in the inside the instrument, and along with the battery, both blasted. And this they have done it while it was moving in the supply chain. So the point today is that Israel has sent a message that they will utilize artificial intelligence, they will utilize all resources at their command, but they are not going to leave Hezbollah, Hamas, and Houthi rebel. And they will finish Hezbollah to an extent that it is no more threat in time to come. This is a new war era which has been added by this, and that's why very cleverly Israel has not owned up that they are behind what they have done as far as pager and walkie-talkie is concerned. But it's a new type of warfare which can be utilized by your adversary. We as Indians have to be also careful on lesson which we are learning on Israel, Hezbollah, Israel, Hamas, also on Russia-Ukraine war. There are a number of lessons which have been thrown, because these can be also utilized by our adversary, and we can also utilize them against our adversary. So therefore, that is no doubt what you are saying it. But one thing is there, Anshuman, if this war is not going to finish so soon, you'll find its intensity will increase, and this war going in a wider the chances are very high. But Iran, to look
Right.
at initially, doesn't seem to be want to come into the war, for the reason being it does not want its economy to be hurt badly, because it is not doing
Right.
that well. And also, Jaskian, who is the president as of today, is a moderator. He does not want unnecessarily get involved into that war when its proxy can do
Absolutely.
the same
It
thing.
seems completely unlikely that Iran will step in and expand its efforts in this war zone. Thank you, General Siraj, for joining us on the broadcast and sharing your perspective on the situation in the Middle East. That's all we have to pack in on the show. Good night and take care.